Hello and welcome to your 16th tutorial on how to create a first-person shooter. Wow, already. So, yeah, we've got dynamic player, we've got AI, and what I want to do now today is just, I want to make a fun tutorial. Well, I'm not going to do any scripting today. All I'm going to do is just talk about and treat the world, the environment, the level, basically. So, when you have a game, when you like Call of Duty or whatever, you have like a nice big scene with like grass everywhere and that. So, yeah, we can create that, but also if you're looking towards a more like futuristic first-person shooter, you can also do like a level inside a spaceship or whatever. So, today what I'm gonna do is just start creating my level. Well, the base for my level, the base look for it, and then in later tutorials we'll apply art assets and little fun game objects that you can shoot that explode and all that stuff. So no scripting today, just watch me create some awesome levels. Not so awesome, but yeah, that's all we're gonna do today. I recommend you do this, and just notice that you want all your level components to have a collider on them. Just, you might want to take notice of that. Alright, so just messing around with it. Now I want to build my level from here. Right? Well, actually, no, I don't want to build my level from here. I want to create a new scene. So I'm going to go ahead and save this scene and do File, New Scene. Finally, we got a new scene. Yes. Oh, but now I need a player after I've created my level. I need to test it somehow. So, excuse me, going back to scene 0, I'm going to drag the player, put it into a prefab. And also we want to populate the level with enemies, so we're going to drag the enemy, put it into a prefab. Great, and now we can get into a new scene. Save changes. Great, now let's start off by creating a basic platform to walk on. Right. Scale this on the X by 20 and on the Z by 100. Right, I want this to be like a little corridor. Then duplicate, rotate, not on the Y, but on the X. Not on the X either, but on the Z. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And then we have like walls. Just like that. Duplicate. You want to get a little less over here. 10. 10. Now, when you make a lot of these, when you start building your level, notice you get a ton of game objects. And it's really hard to work with a ton of them. So what I'm going to make like a... First of all, delete this camera and put a player instead of the camera, because camera with a player is much better. Duh. And rotate that. So what you want to do is take like, first say you made a hall. Let's also make a ceiling for this. Duplicate. This is going to make a spaceship level, for testing. Get the player a bit under that. So once you've created like this hall, you want to go create empty game object. So once reset the rotation, call this hall. And then simply drag all these. And here you have a hall that you can work with instead of 4 game objects. And that should lessen the cluster. So what I'm going to do is just like so. You know what? I'm not going to give it a cube as a roof. This hall. Let's delete this and fix it. Now I'm not going to give it a cube as a roof because I want to see through the upper side and through the underside, not see. So I'm going to delete the cube, and instead I'm going to create a plane. Yes, the most basic shape. If you look under, you won't see a thing. If you look above, you will see the shape. A plane is what everything is made of, just for your information. A plane is, everything. Excuse me. It's what everything are made of. This cube is many planes put together. You'll see that. If we go inside him, see, you can't see the plane from the other side. That's because it's made from planes. So yeah, that's what I want to do. And I also want to flip it. Well, actually, after I put it, I'll flip it. 100. Great. Oh, that's a bit problematic. That's a problem with planes. And they have a Z scale, but it doesn't take any effect whatsoever. So, after you position it, you want to flip it so the player, excuse me, not on the Y axis. You want to flip it so the player will see the bottom visible half, and you won't see. So yeah, so if you look here, well, that's our seeing. That's something we can work with. So I usually use this for ceilings. And I'll duplicate this hall. Great. Duplicate. I want to make a long hall for start. Connect those at the end. So that's just to take up some time for the player. I just want to create like some cover blocks, I guess. Oh, that's a pretty long hall. I think I'm gonna delete one. Yeah, that's better. Maybe I'll rotate this a little like that. That's a bit too much. What the hell with it? I'll make it a 90 degrees turn. Get the player to turn here. You'll notice I have like an empty space here. I want to fill that with another custom game object. Make that 10 by 10, or maybe 20 by 20. Perfect. And I'll continue. I want to maybe duplicate that. I don't know. Take that out. Set it Z to 20. Put that on here. And duplicate. Rotate. You get the job. You get the idea. Put that in another game object. Let's call this turn. You might notice this is a very boring level because it's just, to show you what it's supposed to be. Show you how you're supposed to do it. And from here you can make it whatever interesting kind of shape you want. But this is just the basics. This is nowhere near a final scene. You don't want to make a Doom-like game. So yeah, I'm just gonna make like a big plane so you can have like an all-out war over here once you finish the corridors. There you go. Position it accordingly. Wow, that's terrible without a light. I think I'm gonna put some lighting in here. So yeah, I could put a lot of point lights just like I did in the previous scene, but there's another type of light that you could use, and that's a directional light. That light's like an infinite light. You just have to point in the direction and it will light until forever. I also want to rotate that on the Z a bit. Not on the Z, excuse me. On the X. 30. There we go. See, many times it could act like a sun. As a sun. Whatever. I'll show you how to put a flare on that too, so when you look straight at it, it looks like you're looking at a sun. And for now, I'll just position it there. So to light up everything. And then back to my cube. Now you platform. And actually I want to resize it. 100 by 100. Well, that might have been a bit too much. Let's narrow that down to 50. Yeah, it seems more like it. So yeah, after you go through all this, you get like a bit of outside. And then I want another hall done. So I want to put that in here. Rotate that on the Z by 30. On the X by 30. You get the general idea. You can do this with me. You can just create your own. It doesn't really matter. I just want to show you what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. If you want to see. There we go. Voila. I'll make another platform down here. Notice I didn't give him a ceiling because I want to get like a bit outside so it won't look too spaceshipy. Alright, now, let's just save this for now. Call it level 1. That's just a beginning. So yeah, this is how it's gonna look like. Whoops, forgot the ceiling there. Never mind. But yeah, you can see our players in the scene. The lighting's a bit off because it doesn't penetrate the ceiling. So I guess I have to make some point lights in there. So as I'm going down, I can see that I was going backwards. Alright, my bad. I got mixed up in the tunnel. Let's increase my speed, because I move like a bitch. 20. Alright, I forgot we got run. Yeah. Just like that. There. Now here's our open platform. Make some walls around here so you can fall off. Or maybe you can. And we're bouncing down apparently. And we've reached the second platform. Oh, need to change that into a cube. Can't have a roof scene. Alright. Now that's basically it. If you want to test it out further, you can also drag some enemies onto there. But they'll fall off on the platform because there's no walls, so they won't look away or something. But yeah, just for testing. Put them all on. Control selected them. Make sure they don't collide with anything on start, otherwise it will fall down. And not even with the ceiling. Well, maybe with the ceiling it's okay. Oh, there we go. You got one buried in the floor. And these two. Make sure you don't have that, otherwise they will just fall. They will fall. Alright, now why are you not falling down? I must say this is very strange. This is very, very strange. Oh, I know why. We didn't check if they're grounded and tell them to only be... We didn't apply gravity, basically. So we could do that right now. I said no scripting, but what the hell? It's a very fatal error. Open that, and... AI move. Now forward. Transform direction. Vector 3 dot forward. So forward dot y, I guess, minus equals 20.0 times time dot delta time. Now let's see how that works. There we go, we got him falling down. You fell down. You can also shoot at us. And now another reason our game is not looking final is because, if you noticed, we have no GUIs, and that is a graphical user interface. Have nothing to indicate health, which is currently bugging out right now, and we have nothing to indicate ammo or indicate the radar. So I guess we're gonna do that not in the next tutorial, but in the next tutorial, well, a couple after that, because in the next tutorial I want to first of all fix the health regeneration so it doesn't regenerate when you're being shot at. Second of all, I want to make these AIs I want to make a different type of AI with you, because these AIs, they do not fit all the terrains. So we're gonna have like two types of AIs on our level. So the first will be AI that follows waypoints. So it has a waypoint here and a point here, and it just bounces loops between them, or you can have more like three, one here, one here, one here, and he will go between them. And also we want to detect if we're not falling down. So yeah, we obviously still have a lot of work to do here. They're following the light, aren't they? Right, this is like really weird behavior. So you see, we're gonna make a new AI next tutorial, and we're gonna fix the health. So there's something to look forward to back into scripting. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me make this level. I'm just kidding, I know you didn't. But yeah, that's all for now, and keep watching. I promise it will be very cool once we get the art assets back in. So that's all for today, and bye bye.